on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. All you guys are like wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West said, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's going on. You don't like money so much, why do you get up and go to work? Yeah, it's not to do with your boss on the things that you're thinking of. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. That's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, coming to you live and direct from the Black Wealth Movement Studios here in Atlanta, GA. That's right, we picked up the show and moved to Atlanta, at least for today. If you guys are not down with the Black Wealth Movement yet, ask yourself this, man. The Black Wealth Movement is the answer to this question. How can we bring economic empowerment and community development to the Black community? If that is what you are about, then you ought to be with this movement. $1.17 a day, or in other words, $35 per month, allows you to get in tune with other like-minded people. We will teach you how to minimize taxes, eliminate debt, free up the cash you need to start investing, fix your credit, and that's packaged in a financial education franchise that will allow you to make a few dollars at the same time. There's nothing like that on the planet. This is a financial education system built by us and for us so that we can bring economic empowerment and community development to the Black community. We're looking for soldiers right now to join us in the army of financial education, because this is warfare, guys, and all wars are financed. We are going to be the financiers of this war on poverty, this war on the school to prison pipeline, this war on the prison industrial complex, this war on the attack on the Black family. Somebody has to be able to write a check with more than 1 or 2 zeros to help us overcome all of these different things. And guess what? All of these wars have to be fought simultaneously. So somebody's got to be able to write some big checks. And that's what the Black Wealth Movement is all about, empowering individuals to get their personal lives together financially. And when your cup runneth over, we want you to take that excess and pour it into the community and get that in order. Do me a huge favor. If you're checking this out on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm making a push for 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. I'm at 931. So if you haven't already hit subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Same for you guys on Facebook. Go ahead and share the stream on your wall. Make sure that you follow the stream so you get notifications when I go live, because best believe it's going live probably 50 times today, probably 150 times tomorrow. You guys want to stay tuned, because I'm gonna bring some live testimonies from some people in the Black Wealth Movement that's making this thing turn, so you'll know that it's not just me, man. You gotta know that this thing is bigger than making a few dollars. It's really about building our community. So I will be live, so you want to make sure you follow so that you can get all of that free content on how to build wealth, man. It's coming to you live all day today, all day tomorrow, as well. Don't really have any announcements today, guys. I did do 2 classes that will be available for sale in the next few days. I did the video marketing class. You will be able to get that for $97 for the next couple of days. And if you are not have not built your own website, that course will be available in the next couple of days as well for $97, or you'll be able to get both of them in a package for $147. And they go hand in hand, because once you learn how to build your website, you learn video marketing, then you learn how to embed your videos in your website and then bring more traffic to your website, which creates leads and more sales and a bigger brand. I want to help you 10x your brand with these simple courses, guys, because most of you can't afford to coach with me full time, and that's okay. But I at least want to be able to help you do some, get some things in order so you can explode your brand. So with that, let's get on with Free Game Friday. You guys know how it's done. Give me the name of your brand, any question, or I'll fill in a blank. And we're just going to have a live interactive show today. I'm going to recap this week's shows, but as I'm recapping, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. Yesterday's show, we did part 2 of 7 moral and spiritual principles of success. We talked about all 7, right? 7, seek spiritual growth. Number 1, give first and share always. Was number 2. Number 3 was discover your unique purpose, right? Salute to the movement gathered in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, we are here. Yes, is everybody your customer? No, man, everybody is not your customer, Evan. So I appreciate that question. Can't wait. Got lunch, breakfast scheduled with Evan here in a couple hours or so. Everybody is not your customer, man, because what you do is not for everybody. I'll give you an example. Those who give me a shout out, give me the name of your brand if you're into health and nutrition or fitness and exercise. Give me the name of your brand if you're into health, nutrition, fitness, and exercise, right? Everybody is not your customer. So what we tend to do is we will see people, if we're in this industry, who may be unfit. And then because they're unfit, we would assume that they're our customer and say, man, it looks like this person is a little overweight. They will love my product, my service. Man, that person might be comfortable where they are and they're not looking to lose weight, right? See, in business, your job is to find the people who are looking for you. If you're selling any sort of product or service, your job is to find the people who are looking for you. That means everybody who is slightly overweight, everybody who is don't have ripped abs ain't your customer because they're not looking for you. Some people, believe it or not, have learned how to be sexy with their beer belly. So they feel that if I lose my beer belly and get a ripped ab, that will literally change who I am and make me a different person. Then I have to relearn how to be sexy with ripped abs, right? So you're looking for the people who are looking for you. It's called targeting. Those of you who buy the course, you get my 8-part series on what it really takes to make money online. I did a whole 45 minutes on targeting your market, how to use demographics, psychographics, sociographics, how to understand all of that, because that's important. How to get, and you guys know I've done it on this show and talked about everybody who is on this show is between a certain age group. Everybody on this show who follows me is between a certain income bracket because I targeted y'all. Everybody is not your customer. In fact, in the industry, we have a saying that goes like this: if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. I'm gonna say it again. If you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So what you want to do is learn how to sift through general traffic. That is the 1.8 billion people on Facebook. And you want to break that down to targeted traffic. Of that 1.8 billion, how many of them are serious about wealth building and want to learn more about how to build wealth from scratch? That might break down to 1 million. Now, out of that million, so it went from 1.8 billion to 1 million. Now it goes from 1 million to go from targeted to super targeted. How many of that million want to learn these strategies and principles from a black man? Goes from 1 million to maybe 100,000. Now, out of that 100,000, how many of them are at a point where they have already demonstrated that they have the means to purchase this kind of information? They demonstrated they have the will to do that, and they've done it in the past, right? So everybody on this stream right now, give me a thumbs up or comment in the chat if you own the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. If you own those kinds of books, that's how I was able to target you. right? So you have demonstrated not only the willingness to buy, but you've done it in the past. You've already bought. So now you break down that super targeted traffic to the people who are actually willing to spend money on the things that you are actually selling. See, you don't go after people who have never spent a dime on health and fitness. Because if they haven't spent a dime on health and fitness all this time, what makes you so special that they're going to spend a dime with you? They're going to spend their first dime with you. No, I go after people who have already purchased Dave Ramsey's course, because they demonstrated the means and the willingness to spend money, invest in themselves in the area that I have solutions for. So if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So you go from general traffic, targeted traffic, super targeted traffic, then you want to convert the super targeted traffic into leads. Most of you guys are on my email list. I have given you something for free that you said, hey, I want to give this guy my name and email address because I want to go to the next level with him, and check out this free video that he's offering. Check out a free copy of his ebook or whatever I gave you. You put in your name and email address because you wanted to go to the next level. So I converted you from super targeted traffic to a lead. Once you became a lead, I continued to develop a relationship with you until you bought. Some of you guys have not yet bought Evangelist in the movement. Some of you guys have not yet bought the Black Wealth Movement, the income shifting membership, but I'm continuing to develop a relationship with you, because if you don't buy that, then maybe you'll buy the video marketing course. If you don't buy that, maybe you'll buy the how to build a website course. If you don't buy that, maybe you will buy my coaching program and let me help you build another business. But once you become a lead, now I build a relationship, because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And my goal now is to build the relationship to where you know, like, and trust me enough to feel comfortable with me and spend money with me and becoming part of my tribe. Does that make sense? So I love it. Good question, Evan. Anybody else? Anybody else? So I didn't write down the other 7 spiritual principles, but I know one of them was look out for your race first, right? That was another one. And anybody else get the other 6 principles? Seek in spiritual growth, give first and always, discover your unique purpose. What was number 4? Number 5 was race first. Number 7 I know was succeed with dignity, right? So I'm missing a few of them. I'm missing number 4. I think I'm missing number 4 and number 6. Number 4 and number 6. So if you got those, put them in the chat. Wednesday show we had Marquell Russell on, man. My brother's keeper. If you want to get a download of any of the shows, guys, well, I shouldn't say that. If you want to get a download of many of the shows, go to Stitcher.com and search Talking Money in the Morning. They are available for download on podcast via for iTunes and or Android devices. Or you can go to iTunes as well, and I have about 50 of the episodes on iTunes already. Now I've got 200, and this is episode 216. I apologize, I don't have them all up. I don't have a team yet, but that's what my sons will be working on this summer, is getting all of the episodes converted into PDF so I can upload them to iTunes. So that's going to be their job, and of course I'm going to pay them a salary, and I'm going to write that off, man. That's the kind of stuff that you learn in the Black Wealth Movement, right? I'm going to sit them down and say, hey, here's how you go to YouTube, grab my YouTube video, convert it into an MP3, then upload it to Blog Talk, which feeds Stitcher and iTunes. And every one that you do that for, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars. And then you take that X amount of dollars and you pay for your own tennis shoes and school supplies, and I get to write all of that off. Right? So give me the name of your brand, your question, and or your fill in the blank. Maintain ties with the extended family. That means the extended family as in Africa, but also your extended family as in the Black community. Guys, Your extended family are those who are of like minds and moving down the same path as you. Those who are of like mind and moving down the same path as you. That's why I never burn bridges, man, because what I understand is that we all evolve at different rates. You may have something that will explode the Black wealth movement and take it out of the stratosphere. But because you haven't evolved to that person right now, I don't want to alienate you. A year from now, you might go through some things, and that was number 4, right? Number 4 is draw inspiration from your suffering. The next 12 months, you might go through some suffering. You might get tried by the fire, and it might not be until next year this time that you come out as pure gold, ready to run with the movement. Ready to run with the movement. And as you have reached that level of evolution, you remember that I didn't alienate you because you were not evolved to the level yet. And you say, hey, now the movement is right for me. Let's run. Let's run. Right? Evan said, I'll come back for you. Yeah, see, I don't wait on them, Evan. I just keep it moving. I just don't alienate them. You know, I see so many people who are on Facebook when their friends and families aren't buying from them, they go to bashing them right there on Facebook. And I just don't believe in that. I mean, it's cool that you can be disappointed. I know we all expect that our loved ones would be the first ones to buy from us. No, man. I was just sharing with my team this morning. I always give them a little message in the morning. And I said, you know, don't get weary in well doing. 95% of the people in the Black wealth movement are people that I never knew before I started the movement. And most of them are people that I've never met in person. And I got family members who I know are struggling financially, who I know that can increase their take-home pay $200 to $600 a month and will relieve some of that pressure. Going through, I'm helping family members financially. I'm helping family members get through some of these trying times when I'm saying, hey, if you just sacrifice $35 a month, join this movement, you will learn what I'm learning and start transforming your life yourself. So I don't alienate them. I just keep moving, right? The train pulls through the station. My train never stops. It just pulls through the station. And some of you guys who are recognize where this train is heading, you just jump on. It never stops. It rolls through the station slow enough for you to jump on. It's kind of like those freight trains, right? When I was a young man, in my neighborhood, we have train tracks that crisscross our neighborhood, and we would literally hop freight trains to go from one side of the town to the other, right? Because our community wasn't that big where I could walk from one side of my community to another. Take me about 45 minutes if I wanted to. But if I was walking by the train tracks and the freight train came by, I can actually hop on that freight train and it will get me to the other side of town in about 12 minutes. And I hop off, and then, you know, sometimes I hopped off and scarred myself up because I tumbled off that thing. But that's how my train moves. It's a freight train that never stops. But we know that this thing is a marathon, so I'm not a locomotive going 65, 75 miles per hour. I'm a freight train going about 5 miles an hour so that anybody can hop on, but the train never stops. The train never stops. And if you grow to a certain level of evolution, when the train comes back through your area, maybe you can hop on again. Yeah, I was a hopping hobo. I was a hopping hobo, man. I was a hopping hobo for real. For real, I was, man. I was, man. We had those trains come through. And the first time I hopped on one, the trains, they don't go that fast. But I'm thinking that, okay, when I hop off this thing, I'm just going to be able to stop and stand still, right? But, you know, here's my lack of paying attention in physics class, right? I'm hopping off a moving object thinking I'm going to hop and stick the landing. Man, I tumbled about 6 times, man. Scarred my head up, scarred my back up, and everything. I didn't realize that you were supposed to put your feet on the ground and run with the train, then let go, and then your momentum takes you a few yards, and then you come to a stop gradually. No, I jumped off the thing thinking I'm gonna stick the landing, and that momentum, man, I flipped about 6 times, man. And you guys know what the rocks are like on the train tracks, those lava rocks, man. Whew. Wasn't fun for the kid, man, but you know, you live and you learn. Anybody got questions, man? I just let me ramble on. So we did my brother's keeper speaker series with Marquell. He dropped some knowledge, man. Dude is built a multi-million-dollar online business from scratch, and he gave us a lot of the principles for free, man. These are principles that you'd have to join his coaching program for $10,000 to get some of the things that we learned. So if you didn't get that, I want you to go back to YouTube. Yesterday, I hide the stuff on my timeline, guys, so it don't stay on my timeline forever, because I want the Black Wealth Movement overview video to stay near the top. So if you miss it and it's hidden from the timeline, just go over to YouTube and you can check it out on replay, or go to Stitcher.com to download it as a podcast. Yeah, we learned how to do it after a few skin patches yeah, man. Yeah, you learned after you leave a little bit of skin on them rocks. Yeah, you'll figure it out, or you stop doing it altogether, right? You figure it out, or you stop doing it altogether. So that was Wednesday show. Tuesday show, we did part 1 of the 7 moral and spiritual principles. And if you guys are not familiar with George C. Frazier, you know, I won't get to the Power Networking Conference this year, but I promise I will be there next year. Dude he's the one that taught me the real power in networking, right? He said, no, we needed it right. He taught me the real power in networking. And networking is not about who you know, it's about who knows you and what they know about you. See, networking is not about who you know. Networking is more about who knows you and what they know about you. Right? People come to me all the time and say, man, what stock should I invest in? That's not my thing. But guess what? I know somebody who is very proficient at that, and I also know that about them. See, if I just knew of Evan and I didn't really know what he did, when people ask me, what stock should I invest in? I say, hey, man, that ain't my thing. See you. And that would be the end of the discussion. But because I know Evan, because Evan always puts out there what he's about, what he does, so now I know that about him. When people ask me, what stock should I invest? Man, I don't know. But if you contact the brother Evan Jefferson, ERGJ.net, the brother fixes broke. And one of the things that he's passionate about is understanding how to read a stock ticker and break down companies and do company research so you can know if it's a good investment. I want you to send a friend request to Evan Jefferson and he can help you. It wasn't that I knew Evan. It was more that I knew something about Evan that I was able to send people his way. Everybody put in the chat right now, tell me something that I should know about you, so that if somebody asks me a question about what you do, I should be able to refer them to you. This is what the Black Wealth Movement is about. We have a network of people. Now, Evan is an honorary member of the Black Wealth Movement. We just ride and die like that. That's my guy. But outside of that, anybody that comes to me with a question that I don't do myself, the first place I look is in this network. I say, let me look in the Black Wealth Movement and see if I got a brother or sister that's already in the movement that I can send this business to. Right? Anybody in this that wants some service for me that I don't provide, let me see if I can send them to Miss Yvette. Let me see if I can send them to Mo Knows Money. Let me see if I send them to Mojo Knows. Let me see if I can send them to Lanaya Walker. Let me see if I can send them to Tawana. Let me see if I can send them to Donovan King. Let me see if I can send them to see in the movement, we take inventory of everybody's talents. We take inventory of everybody's businesses so that we can help each other grow in this movement. Man, you need to be a part of this movement. If you're not a part of the Black Wealth Movement, inbox me or text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. We want to pay it forward for you to join this movement, take an inventory of your talents, let you lean on us so we can teach you the financial principles, but then we want to help you build whatever other business you got going using the talents of the people. I help people get healthy and overcome pain and trauma. So if somebody talks to me about, especially a female, says, hey, H Cortez, I know your story. I know you've been through molestation, neglect, and a lot of that stuff as a kid, and that helped to shape and mold and develop. How did you deal with that emotional scarring? I said, you know what? I dealt with it like this, but let me turn you on to author Bethany Rucker. She's somebody who has dealt with it, and she can probably help you a little bit more of dealing with it from a female's perspective. And then you get her perspective, and then we'll talk, you get my perspective, and then between the two of us, we might be able to help you overcome those scars, that pain and that trauma, right? What do you do? Networking is not about who you know. It's about who knows you and what they know about you. I want millions of people to know specific things about me. So it happens all the time. Because I do this show, a lot of you guys know a lot about me, and you refer a lot of people to me. What do people know about you? I have finally discovered the focus for my show. What's the best way to introduce it? Okay, so give me the name of the show again. Let me give you a shout out in the name of your brand, right? The Financial Empowerment Advocate, I believe, Rolanda. So she has a show getting ready to come out. What's the best way to introduce it? I would probably do 2 or 3 short clips that I would run in a series over the next 7 days and give them the date that the show is going to launch. And I would just tease that thing. See, remember, we are no different than the networks and the big corporations. We're just smaller, we're more nimble, we're using social media, we don't need a lot of equipment, we don't need a lot of permission to do what we're doing. But how do a major network launch a new show? They tease that mug to death. They give you the date that it's going to launch. They ramp up and build anticipation for the show. You can do the exact same thing. You can do the exact same thing. Do a couple short clips about what the show is going to be about, and maybe do 3 or 4 different versions of that short clip, and you start slamming those short clips on all of your social platforms. Link those short clips to an autoresponder and have people subscribe, so that when they subscribe, you can send them an email blast as a last reminder when you're about to go live with the show. And you do it the same way the major networks do it. They tease it, they build up anticipation for it. They have the people who are involved in the show. So if you have a couple of people that are already going to be guests on the show, you sit with them and have them do a little promo and have them send a shout out to you and say, hey, you guys got to be prepared to tune in because the show is going to drop this time and the other. That's how you do it. Do it the same way a major network does it. All right, Bronson says, I help people determine if their idea is worth launching or not. I help people launch in a way that reduces risk and increases sales before a person launches, before people purchase inventory and expend capital. That's awesome. Give me the name of your brand, Bronson. Give me the name of the brand. Yeah, that's how I do it. Handle Your Business Entertainment and Empowerment Show. Yes, Handle Your Business Empowerment Show. So you guys, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm telling you, the Handle Your Business Empowerment Show is about to come to life and help transform you through empowerment advocate. So guys, you got to get ready. This show is going to be the dopest thing on the planet. I'm telling you. The host, Rolanda Lee Jackson, is the truth. She wants to help you handle your business and empower you through this show, Handle Your Business Empowerment Show. It's life transformation through empowerment. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about finance. We're going to talk about merging family. We're going to talk about spirituality. We're going to give you the business so you can handle your business. You want to tune into the Handle Your Business Empowerment Show. Tune in. Yep. You hiring an MC to pump up your show. I just did it. It's another way. You do the same things that the big networks do, right? You get your network of people together and say, hey, I need you to put this on your wall. I need you to put this on your wall. I need you to put this on your wall. You got a show, you got a live stream you do. I need you to bring me on your live stream. And yeah. Yeah, invest a little money. Yeah. Yeah, Evan does it all the time, man. Yeah. You can sponsor my show. And I can, do some commercials and promos and drop the times and the ads, all that good stuff, man. Do it the same way the networks do it, man. The same way the networks do it. You can sponsor Evan's show. Right? Connect with Evan. Evan's on more than me. Evan's on more than me. Sponsor Evan's show. Ask Evan for his PayPal email and PayPal him some money and tell him to mention your show a couple times as he goes live throughout the day. That's what we do, man. See, so you guys think that we are on these platforms and this is just a social outing for us. No, this is, I don't know if you guys get it, right? Evan has, I don't know how many thousands of hours of content from all of his live streams, right? This is intellectual property that we're creating. This for me is episode 216. Right, Evan, I love it. This is wealth media, not social media. So when Evan goes live, best believe he's made a connection or he's made some money every time he goes live. When I go live, I've either made a connection or I made some money every time. I want you to recognize this. I want you to realize this, and I want you to think about this as you see us live. Every single time we go live, we're either going to make a connection that's going to make us some money or we're going to make some money. Every single time we go live, we're going to make a connection that's going to make us some money or we're going to actually make some money from that stream. Every single time. Does that put things into perspective for you when you see Evan live all the time? Every single time we go live, we're going to make some money or we're going to make a connection that's going to make us some money. Now you see why Evan is live 40 times a day? Every single time we go live, we're either going to make some money or we're going to make a connection that's going to make us some money. Now you can understand why Evan is live 10 times a day. If you made money every time you went live, wouldn't you go live a little bit more often? I'm telling you right now, the only reason you're not making money from going live is because you don't go live often enough. This thing ain't no game for us, man. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I could have very easily said there's no show today. Well, guess what? Because I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, because I'm doing the show, I've already got meetings with 2 other people outside of Evan in Atlanta, Georgia, who's probably going to join the Black Wealth Movement because of the show. Because I posted last night that I'm in town. Who wants to connect with H Cortez while I'm in town? A couple people already said, hey, man, I've been thinking about the Black Wealth Movement. So now that you're in town, let's have a face-to-face, man. Let me ask you some questions. Let me see if this thing is really right for me. Right? Just tuning in. So Brandon, more info on the Black Wealth Movement. Inbox me your phone number, man. Let's talk. See, I've gotten away from just sending information. Inbox me your phone number, 314-874-6887. You can text me when the show is over or inbox me your phone number. See, I used to send everybody to a website. I don't do that no more. If you're serious, let's talk. Every single time they go live, they're going to make a connection that's going to make them some money or make some money. Yeah. Yeah, every single time, man. Every single time. Yeah, no more dropping links. I used to say comment, leave comment info, and I'll inbox you something. I ain't inboxing you jack, but my phone number. If you're serious, call me. And that's how I weed out the people, because I don't have time to talk to people and answer 1,000 questions about a $35 a month membership, $1.17 a day. I'm not answering 1,000,000 questions for you, man. It's $35, man. You say you about building wealth for our community. This is how you do it. You've been trying to figure out how to build wealth for yourself, and somebody is telling you how to do it for $35 a month. I'm not answering 1,000,000 questions. And I'm not just going to send you to a random website. If you are serious, inbox me your phone number and I will call you. And we're going to discuss whether or not we're a good fit to work together, first and foremost. And secondly, if the Black Wealth Movement is right for you. Because I might say, Jigga, I don't want you on my team. You got too much negative energy. That's all right, partner. Building wealth is a grown folks game. I ain't got time for kids. I ain't got time for old grown boys, grown girls. Building wealth is a grown folks game, man. Not everybody is down. Not everybody is down, and I'm cool with that. I'm looking for the people who are looking for me. If you want to build wealth, you want this to be about the Black community, you want to build a legacy for your family, we have a blueprint and a game plan, and it's $35 a month. You got to go ask your wife about $35 a month opportunity. This is what we do. So anybody who wants to learn more about the Black Wealth Movement, you can text me at 314-874-6887. We got 15 minutes, y'all. Come on with your questions. Sent you a message, please call me. Yeah, I'll call you as soon as we're done, Brandon. If that's cool, if that's a good time, if 9 Central is a good time, I'll call you as soon as we're done. Or if you put in a message, what's the best time, a good time for us to talk? Take about 5 minutes, man. We fill each other out, and if it makes sense to you, great. Then I will send you some information for you to do further research. That's how I work, right? We jump on the phone, have a conversation, fill each other out. If that goes well, then some money. I'm not saying just jump into something blindly. I'm saying let's talk first, because it might not even be worth me sending you any information after we have this initial 5-minute conversation. But then after we talk, I'll send you some information so you can do all the research so that you can be comfortable with your decision. But so many people just say, hey, man, inbox me. You inbox them something. And all right, enough of that. Come on with your question. Monday show, we did Freedom Ain't Free. We did Freedom Ain't Free, y'all, because it's not. And we talked about the fact that since freedom is everything, and we all agree that freedom is everything. If freedom is everything, then in order to gain freedom, you have to be willing to put everything on the line. See, a lot of people don't understand the real definition of freedom. Freedom isn't, there is no partly free. There is no peace and freedom. You're either free or you're not. Freedom is everything. So when you want something that is everything, you have to be willing to put everything on the line to get it. Now, does that mean you have to give up everything? No, but you got to be willing to risk it all to get it all. The reason most people don't have their freedom is because they're not willing to risk it all to get it. And when I say risk it all, I mean risk it all. Everything. I put everything on the line every day in pursuit of my freedom. And I could lose my life. That I can lose I can lose my family. I can lose everything every day. That's at risk as I pursue my freedom. Are you willing to put everything on the line to secure your freedom? I like the line that T.I. dropped, guys. It's good to give homage to T.I. while I'm in Atlanta, right? He said, I don't know what you'll do for your respect, but I'm going to die for mine. I don't know what y'all going to do for y'all freedom, but I'm willing to die for mine. Unless you're willing to put everything on the line, sacrifice it all, risk it all, then you'll never have it all, because that's what it takes. When I coach my young basketball teams and we get ready to enter battle on the court and we huddle up right before the game, I always ask them, who are we? And when they say the team name, what we do, we hoop. Who are we? Ballers, that's the team name. What we do, we hoop. But I always ask them one more thing. What does it take to win? And their response to me, all it takes is all we got. What does it take to win? All it takes is all we got. What does it take to win? All it takes is all we got. What does it take for you to win? All it takes is all you got. And when you're not willing to give all you got, then you don't really want to win. And see, and the sentiment is when I say, what does it take to win? They say, all it takes is all we got. Like that's nothing. They're so used to giving all they got. They say it in that condescending tone, like, all it takes is all we got. No, all it takes is this, all it takes is that. Yeah, all it takes is all I got, man. That ain't nothing. I'm willing to give that, coach. That ain't nothing. Are you willing to give all you got to get what you say you want? Because that's what it's going to take. You're going to win. It's going to take all you got. Period. Period. Right? So we talked about freedom ain't free. Any more questions, man? Give me the name of your brand. Give me your question and or your fill in the blank. We got 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go prepare myself for a couple meets. Call my man Brandon back. Anybody else want to inbox me their number and let's talk about the Black Wealth Movement, man. Do you want to be the first person to bring the Black Wealth Movement to your city? See, there's a lot of us spread out over this country, man, but we're small in numbers. You know, we need thousands and thousands and thousands of people knowing these strategies and going to teach them in the churches and in the communities and the community centers and the social groups and in their homes and just really getting our people's mind right and wrapped around building generational wealth. See, we talk about it, but nobody believes it can be done because those who talk about it all the time ain't laying out no game plan. You go to my page and you scroll down, I say rebuilding the Black community one family at a time. Watch that video. That's the game plan. Nobody is laying out a game plan, y'all. That's why when we talk about building wealth as Black people, everybody romanticizes about it, but they're thinking really deeply into their head that it can't be done. Because nobody's laying out a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Here's how we're going to do it. Questions. Hey, man, it's supposed to be about y'all, man. I want to give you a business shout out. And if there's something that I can help you with in your business, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Let's talk about it, right? You know, one of the things that Marquell talked about is he has an organization. So if you want to go support his organization, I Am Breaking the Cycle, go to IamBreakingTheCycle.com and purchase that book. 100% of the proceeds go to his organization, where he teaches young men about entrepreneurship and giving them options that will keep them off the streets. Because guess what? Most of these little guys who are on these corners becoming street corner pharmacists, all they need is $30, $40 a week in their pocket, and that will keep them from selling drugs, y'all. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Most of these little guys, $30, $40 a week will keep them from selling drugs, keep them from gang banging. $30, $40 a week on YouTube. You need $30, $40 a week on Instagram, build your Instagram following up, and people pay you $30, $40 a week. Hey man, wear this t-shirt on your show. Hey, drink this water on your show. Hey, set this can up next to you while you are posting on Instagram. Hold this, right? Our young folks can do little stuff like that, man, but nobody's pouring into them to teach them. The only thing preventing Black wealth is, and that is from Planting Future Gains Financial Education Group. Go to plantingfuturegains.com to learn more about what Robert's got going on. The only thing preventing Black wealth is belief. I think the only thing preventing Black wealth is belief. Belief that we deserve to have it. Belief that we can learn what it takes to get it. Belief that it's already ours. Belief that we deserve to have it. Belief that we can learn what it takes to get it. And the belief that it's already ours in the first place. That's what's preventing Black wealth right there. We don't believe that we deserve it. And a lot of that has to do with religion, man. A lot of that has to do with religion. Not spirituality, not a personal relationship with Christ or whoever your God is or whoever you're serving, but religion. And I define religion as man getting in the way of other men, other women's spiritual growth. Religion to me is man getting in the way of others' spiritual growth. And a lot of times, because of the doctrines that are taught in churches, Black people don't feel that they deserve wealth. They don't feel that they can learn what it takes to get wealth. And even though they go to a church where a Bible is taught from that tells them that their Heavenly Father owns everything, you can't tell a Black person that you are already wealthy. I had a young lady on my team, and I created a meme that says wealthy Black women, and it says, you know, I'm a wealthy Black woman looking to do this, that, and the other. I want to pay it forward for somebody. And she said, why would I post that? I'm not wealthy. With a big, you know, the picture that I used on her meme was really, she was smiling real big. I said, sis, one, you're confusing wealth with riches. First, you're confusing wealth with riches. You may not have a lot of money, but I promise you this, if you were not wealthy, you wouldn't be able to smile that grand on that picture. And two, if you're a Christian, you're taught to claim those things that are not as if they already are. say that I'm a billionaire, I'm making a declaration to the universe to say, hey, send me my billions. I'm calling something that is not as if it is already exists. And I said, sis, you are wealthy, because wealth is not about an abundance of money, it's about an abundance of resources. And you can't tell me that you're smiling that big on that picture that you don't have an abundance of peace, joy, and love in your life right now. You are wealthy. You're not going to tell me that you don't have an abundance of good friendships in your life. You wouldn't be able to smile that way. That smile was so freaking genuine. You don't be able to, you don't just manufacture that if you're not already wealthy. But we don't believe that wealth is ours. You can't say that you are the son of God, the daughter of God who owns everything, which makes you a prince. That means you are a joint heir with the one and only begotten son. If I'm a prince of the king, then I own everything in the kingdom along with the king. I just don't rule everything in the kingdom until the king passes it to me. But as a prince, I own everything in the kingdom. And stop me when I'm lying, y'all. Stop me when I'm lying. If I'm the prince, son of a king, then I own everything in the kingdom. I don't rule everything in the kingdom because the king does, but I own everything in the kingdom. The king's family owns everything in the kingdom. The king is the one ruler, but the family owns, the prince owns everything in the kingdom with the king. Y'all better stop playing with yourselves, man. That's why we don't have black wealth. Black people don't believe they should have wealth. Beyond Limits, REILLC. All right. You're a synchomebuyer.com. Okay, good deal, Larry. Hope to see you today, man. I know you said you were flying in, so let's get it. Yeah, you have to declare it. Belief is huge, the power of your mind. Yep. Speak it into existence. Yes, right on point. Okay, good. Anybody else got any questions? We're right at 8 o'clock. We'll do a couple more minutes, man. I'm feeling good here in the A. We got rented this nice, beautiful home, man. This place is beautiful. Well kept. We're just hanging out. Go meet with Evan here in a minute. Talk about something that me and him got coming up major. You guys see us join forces a lot, man, but we're about to join forces in a major way. Some of you probably can already figure it out what the next step is with us as we join forces, but we're going to talk about that and hash that thing out and get the wheels turning and moving and rolling on that. Change your way of thinking. Absolutely. Tawana, drop the name of your brand again, Tawana, and your website. If you don't have a website, let's connect, Tawana, so I can get you that course so you can start building your website. Anybody else? Ty, let's connect. Let's keep this thing moving, Ty. I know you got at least 3 people that want to join the Black Wealth Movement. So let's get on the phone. Let's do some 3-way calling. Let's do whatever it takes, man, to get them to sit down long enough to take a look at what it is, because this thing, people need this, y'all. They need it. Sometimes they hate to admit to themselves that they need it, because what happens is people have gone to school, on jobs for a long time, and when you join the Black Wealth Movement, that's in a small way admitting that what you had been doing for the last few years was the wrong thing to do. Okay, good. Bethany attended the video marketing class. She said she's going to send me a video testimony. I believe she enjoyed it, learned a lot. And every time you go back and watch it, Bethany, you're going to learn a little bit more, because here's what happens. They really hate to admit that they need this program. Yeah, because it's an ego thing, and it says, hey, if I need a program to teach me how to fix my money, that means my money ain't right. But all this time, for most of my entire adult life, I've been pretending that my money is right. That's what's really going on. So you let it again. If I join a program that fixes money, that means that I have to admit that my money ain't right. To admit my money ain't right reveals that I've been playing all this time and pretending that my money is right. And that's what people are struggling with. See, we are really, really good at pretending that we got it all together. And we are so good at pretending that we got it all together. It's costing us the money that we need to fix our financial problems. We're using that money to cover up our financial problems. See, we broke, but instead of taking $35 a month to buy a program that'll help you fix broke, or spending money with Evan's coaching program to help you fix broke, you will spend $150, $250 on a handbag that makes you look like you're not broke. But that decision has made you even more broke. Yeah, they're not ready. It takes, that's why I said building wealth is a grown folks game. I had to be mature enough to say, man, whew. And here's, it was such a relief to say, there it is right there. That's what I need. Now I can stop playing and pretending that I got it all together. I got an actual game plan that will help me get it together. But that takes a mature person to be able to do that. Not everybody is mature enough to say, you know what? There's the answer. I've been falling on my face, fasting, praying, everything that I need to do to get God to reveal to me a financial game plan. And there it is. Thank you, Lord. But when people see it, they're saying, you know what? I don't need that. I'm good. I just got to pay my credit cards down. Well, you've been saying that for 10 years. The reason you don't pay your credit card down because you don't understand what's keeping you broke in the first place. We're going to reveal to you. So look at the testimony from my man Lawrence out of the Black Wealth Movement. He said, my W4 results, one strategy, he used one strategy and increased his take-home pay $113 per week. That's $400 per month. This is what we do. That's all you got to do, Bethany. The turtle wins every time. Slow and steady wins the race. Yep, they're not using it. They're not. I can make more money. Nope, they're not looking at that, Sandra. They're saying that if I need a side hustle, that I have to admit that putting all this time, effort, and energy into this job, into attaining this degree, into buying this big old house and these 2 cars and all, I have to admit that that was wrong. That was a wrong strategy. Project Infinity drives the Handle Your Business Empowerment Show. There it is. There it is. There it is. Good deal. Good deal. All right, guys, I've got to go get prepared for my meeting with Evan and a couple other meetings that I have this afternoon with folks in the Hey, if you're in Atlanta, man, you want to come hang out, I have until about 3:00 p.m. Eastern time today to hang out, and then I have to go get prepared for my my event later tonight. But yeah, let's connect, man. Let's see if we can't get together and talk about, and let's talk face to face about what the Black Wealth Movement is, what it is not. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. It is life changing if you are ready for your life to be changed. It's life changing if you're ready for your life to be changed. Some people are not. They just ain't ready, and that's what you're going through right now, Bethany. Some people just ain't ready, and that's okay. Just keep putting it out there, and you will start running to intersect with people who are looking for you. Everybody who joined this movement with me said, man, I've been looking for this for a while. I've been studying this, but nobody has put it all together, man. You guys put it all together. I've been looking for this for a while. Right now, you're in the stage, Bethany, where you did what I did first and foremost. When I got on, I went and I looked for the people that I know needed. But they wasn't looking for me. They wasn't ready for it. They wasn't looking for it. So you keep putting it out there and generically in the public, and then people who are looking for it. So many people say, man, I found you on YouTube because I was searching how to build wealth. And I found your YouTube channel. Those people are looking for us. Before, I was going to my friends and family saying, hey, you broke as a joke. You owe me $50. You need this program. It's like, I don't need that program. They weren't looking for me. But then I have a complete stranger who's on his face praying for a solution, and then faith without works is dead. He's got faith that the Lord is going to provide a solution. So now he does the work. He goes and starts to researching online and finds my video and signs up. And that guy is Lawrence Haley out of Cleveland. And now he's got a team of 15 or something in the movement with him, growing and building this thing in Cleveland. Lawrence found me on YouTube, did his research, signed up for the program, and hadn't even talked to me. I just happened to look at my report, saw his name, said, who the heck is this? And I called him. He said, brother, I've been looking for this. It's a no-brainer for me. And went straight to work. So we got to find people who are looking for us. Yeah. Find the people who are looking for us. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I am your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. And until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.